Welcome, my name's Chris, and I am here with a lesson for you on the easiest songs you can play on acoustic guitar to get you into music and in love with music. I have kind of discovered over the years with teaching that this is often a blind spot we just don't think about, meaning that we don't play songs and realize that songs are our best teachers. Music is such an experiential process that talking about it too much or taking on too big of songs you can't actually play and play automatically and effortlessly is really doing us a disservice, and it never kind of makes it an automatic, contextual, intuitive kind of thing. So I'm here to show you some really easy songs that I think anybody could play with a couple chords each, maybe 2 or 3 chords per song, and across the different genres, and really easy strumming overall. And I will have this time stamped in the description so you can kind of jump around if you recognize a song you like. I'm also going to go from easiest to a little bit more difficult, but these are all really accessible songs. Most of these just have one progression. So I'm just going to jump in here and check out the description if you want to see the song links and chord diagrams for the songs. So for our first song, I thought it would be good to maybe start off with something that's really easy for beginners that has just 2 chords the whole song. And it's called Songbird by Oasis. I did not know this song until I probably discovered it looking for easy songs to teach. This song is just 2 chords, that's it, G. And I like this 2-finger G. I've got a key of G, my favorite chord voicings. I'll link that, a video for that. But this G is beautiful, just 2 fingers. I'm muting the A string. So that makes this song really easy, or any kind of G, 3-finger G, 4-finger G, any of it's cool. Doesn't really matter, whatever you can play. But this 2-finger G chord is just 3rd fret on thickest and thinnest. And then E minor is the other chord, that's it. There's 4 measures of G, 4 beats each of those, and then E minor for 4 measures, and then back to G. And if you are brand new to guitar, you really want to understand that guitar is very percussive at its nature, like playing chords and strumming songs, which is really our entry into guitar, I think, for many of us. It's the way we can embody a song, right, and support a song, and then the magic can happen. So all that being said, really focus on your right hand or your whatever strumming hand you have, and just start off getting the beat of the song, right? So moving our arm to the beat. And this is the one rule of strumming. I'm gonna have a video about this soon. Just move your arm to the beat, right? That's it. You don't have to play every one of these. We don't have to go down, down, down. I could play some ups in there. I could skip some, but mute the strings by barely touching them, meaning no pressure. So I'm not fretting like that. And then just work on that song. I'm not gonna play it here, but look up that song, try to feel the beat. It sounds like this. The strumming and the drums. So if I play the song now a little bit slower, keeping my arm moving to the beat, and just trying to do whatever I can here. If it starts off like this, it's fine. You could just go like G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just try to get every 4 beats. That gives us some time to think. But if you can, the quickest you can engage is this. So you could do down, 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 up, down, up. There's no set strum pattern here. We're just trying to feel it. That's a big thing, and really work on feel by muting the guitar. Right? We don't have to think about the chords. So, yeah, it should feel good like this. So this is really good, and sometimes students find success with this when they're like watching TV or something, and also practicing. So getting our mind off of this and getting less conscious. Like this is walking. Right? It's got to be going the whole time. It's our time-keeping device. It connects our body to the sound, to the beat of the song. It's like the heart of the song, right? So, and any song. You can play any kind of G. So that's a really good song to start off. And again, you can just play G, 2, 3, 4, and you kind of work your way into it. And we're trying to find some subtlety in the strumming. So meaning like it's not like just down, it's not the full thing. It can be real small, right? And that's immediately sounds really nice. And I'm kind of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So if you've never done this before, get used to it, right? This is a huge hang up I see guitarists have. Beginning guitarists that I've taught, especially in a group setting, often are really shy and don't want to make any noise. So really take some time with your fingers or a pick, getting comfortable, making really easy chill sounds, and you can kind of work on your volume and work on being dynamic. Tiny, just a couple strings. Right, that I could be I could bring it down, or really big. So use the strumming thing, just the strumming, no chords, and then add the chords as you can. Okay, next song. Horse with No Name. This is one that comes up a lot for beginner guitarists. It's a tune by America from the 70s, I believe. Just 2 chords, E minor is one of them. Nice and easy. And there's a version of a D chord that's kind of a weird, really kind of oblique chord. But you take the E minor, one of the notes goes up, one goes down. Easy, right? So open, 2, 2, open, turns into 2, open, open, 2. And then open, open on thinnest on both of those. So we get this E minor chord. It's like D over F sharp with some extra stuff. But really kind of meaningless name. D. It's a D chord kind of. Cool? That's it, that's the whole song. But this cadence of this song and the feel rhythmically is a little more relaxed and kind of swung. So instead of this from before, we get this. Kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing here. Go 4 if you need to. 2, 3, 4, 2. But as quick as you can, engage, engage, engage. Again, a thing I see many guitarists struggle with. I've had some guitarists would even just like go like, they would kind of rest their arm up here or something and like just not engage their strumming. Like it's such a percussive thing to play guitar. In fact, I would rather have someone go like this and sing the song with no, or maybe one note, but with some groove, than someone go and everything is very like flat, right? So to me, that's a strumming 101 and really getting into guitar and realizing the power of it, getting into the rhythm of it, really feeling the rhythm of the strumming. And those first 2 songs are great because just 1 chord progression. Just the first one, Songbird, G, E minor, G for 4 beats, E minor for 4 beats. This next one, we have E minor, D over F sharp, or this D chord. Cool? That's it. And that one goes quicker on the... When you play the audio, you can learn all these lessons that I can't teach you. And this is your ticket in, right? If you have struggled with playing a song on guitar. And you can also add to songs if you are looking for more material to learn. It's just about playing a bunch of songs. That's the teacher. It really is. And we can talk a lot about other stuff that can be helpful, but playing songs is always where it's at. So moving on, this next tune everyone knows, probably Jane Says. I just included it. Jane's Addiction, nice, cool tune. The whole thing is just G and A. So it's a nice little tune, very simple. I might play a G like that. We can do it like anyway. 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger. Again, reference that video, the key of G, chord family. So I like kind of like this though. Something like that. So I'm doing kind of like a bar chord, or not total bar, but I'm doing 3-string bar. But you could do A like this. Just a 2-finger A. So that's really nice, that's it. And I think one part, it hangs on the G. But when you're playing with this, really try to listen to the bottom of the music, the foundation, the bass, which is where we need to listen to for chords and for understanding harmony and sensing harmony. So there's a part I think that hangs on the G before we're going back into the G, A. And the strumming is a little different, right? So this strumming practice here, 2, 3. I haven't heard this song in many years, but I knew that it was just 2 chords. Kind of swung. And if you know, if you're getting too far in the strings, experiment with how far out you are, just kind of dancing on top of those strings, and think of your pick like a sharp knife. And it's just cutting through the tomato, right? We're really easy. And it's almost like some gravity. And again, it's just getting the beat. In this case, we're kind of moving 2 per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Listen to the drums and get that arm movement consistent. The whole song is like that, right? Okay, moving on. Zombie, Cranberries. Very famous, popular song, very easy to play, good for beginners. just 4 chords, and I want to show you easy versions of some of these chords. So E minor's in there, G's in there. You can play 2 fingers, 3 fingers, whatever. D is in there. I would play maybe that version we just learned for Horses with No Name. And then what's the other one? C. And this C, just to do an easy chord, because, or an easy version, C is a little bit tricky for some beginners because it's kind of a stretch. And again, playing songs is the directive here. It's not to just learn the correct chords. That's good too, but I see this as a sticking point for many people that don't play songs quick enough and don't play enough songs, don't play with the song, don't play with the audio, with other musicians, that don't strum enough. There's this kind of you know, deficiency that we often see. So okay, is this song just E minor, C, this C chord, this is a really easy G. You can also do this G, so this 2-finger G with no thinness, kind of. Yeah, really, it sounds good on this song. This song is kind of rock and roll, right? So any kind of G, but this 2-finger, 3 and 2 only. 3 on thickest, 2 on the next. That is a really good C chord if you move it down a string. So 3 on the A string, 2 on the D string. So we get E minor. It's E minor, C, G, D. Okay, and really any versions, those are cool. The E minor, again, 2 movements per beat. G, and then D. Right. And again, guitars, drums. I'm gonna have a video about that. Guitar is drums. So look out for that lesson, but it's all about getting the drum groove in your strumming and really understanding that you're kind of playing drums too. Like if I'm playing this song around a campfire for a gig or something, I want to get the vibe of the song. I want to try to, you know, put it in one package as much as I can and just get it. And it's really the groove and the percussion is the most important part. And then the harmony is the next most important part. And then maybe some lick stuff I can do. If I can go, you know, what is that? Whatever, that little like walk down, if I can get that, great. If I can't, that's okay. But I got to cover the chords and the strumming, the kind of driving the rhythm. Okay, moving on. We have Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol. This is a really big song for beginners. I've taught this a lot. A nice little tune, kind of melodramatic, but it's cool. It is, I would try to play Capo too. So you could play it no Capo with other chords, but sticking with this video, really easy tunes. This is just G, D, and then C. And again, just 2-finger versions we just did. Back to G, that's it. That's the whole song. So you have to remember to repeat the G at the beginning. So it's G, D, C, G. So 1, 2, 3. And you can do full, if you can do this full D. You can do any kind of C you want. But I think the strumming part is the most important part, really matching the song. And this song kind of has that really, it's got the whatever, that thing too. But the strumming, right, that's where we're just getting this, kind of at the ground level. And that has 2 notes per beat, or sorry, 2 movements down per beat as well. But you could also go like this. Right. And then it drops off sometimes and it just goes really quiet. So that's really good practice, again, for strumming, to match the energy. And then sometimes it's bum, 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 really, really big. You know, and you can really, if it feels good like this, it's gonna feel good with chords, right? So really good, I think, advice to try that thing without the chords, you know, just strumming the groove. Okay, I want to do 2 more maybe, and then I want to split this video up into a few parts because I am long-winded, but that's the way it goes. This next one is a song that I just dearly love. I can't explain why I love it so much, but it's just so catchy and heartwarming. It's called Fire by Waxahatchee. So a little off the beaten path. Waxahatchee is, I believe her name's Katie Crutchfield. I might have that wrong, but she's a indie artist and incredible. Has lots of records I've been getting into. I just had a record this year come out. Anyways, this song is just 3 chords, one loop of chords, and it's in G, just no capo, and it goes C, G, D. That's it. So, you know, any kind of versions of these chords is good. Obviously, you have to be able to move quick, so I recommend those kinds of chords. That's good. Or you can do just an easier version, G. So the G and D are 2 beats each, right? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes it hangs on the D to go into the chorus. But it's such a cool tune. Check it out. I won't even try to sing it or anything. It's just great. Super, super cool. So C, 3, 4, G, D, C, G, D. And you're gonna hear the production changes. Sometimes it's really sparse. Sometimes it's more full. Find that in your strumming. Find it. Try to go for it. It's gonna feel awkward, but it's just so, I think you're gonna feel the song. You're gonna really embody the song and also feel like the energy is there despite it being different, you know, just you playing, right? Okay, maybe 2 more. I might add on 1 more, but let's do, this next one is another kind of off the beaten path tune called Cruel and Pretty by Over the Rhine. This is kind of a modern folk group from Ohio, and they have a lot of great records. They're a married couple. And this tune we're going to be playing, I'll show you the easy version first. Capo 5, it's a 5th fret. We're going to be playing this in G, but if you capo 5 G, I'll do more talk about capoing. That'd be like G would be nothing, right? Capo 1 would be G sharp, 2 would be A, 3 would be G. Oh, my bad, I'm confusing myself. G's nothing, right? So there's G. G sharp, A, B flat would be capo 3, right? And then B would be capo 4. And C, where we're at, is capo 5, meaning that we're raising the G up to C. All right, I'm raising my fingers, and the capo's raising the open strings. So this is now equivalent to a C chord on piano. Cool? So in this key, it's C and G, that's it. C, G. Again, any versions, 2-finger versions, that's cool. Beautiful. Any kind of version you want. Be real vanilla is cool, that's fine. So this song is like C, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's kind of got this swung kind of feel. Be really beautiful. So that's it. That's the whole song. It's just such a vibe. Again, just C and G, okay? Capo 5. You could also do F and C. So you could do it in the key of C here, because again, that's the same thing, right? That's capoing. So we could go 4 F to 1 of C, C. So I like that too. You know, if you can swing those chords, if you know them. But if you're just starting out, capo 5 with a G or C and G would be probably easiest. Okay, 1 more for this video. We have Tennessee Whiskey, Stapleton, Chris Stapleton. So you probably have heard this before. It was a big hit if you listen to anything adjacent to that genre of music. We could play this in A, no capo, it's in the key A. A and B minor, it's like 1 and 2. And then 2 back to 1, real simple. So just 2 chords. But I want to play it in G, just much easier, I think, and much more successful for most people. So we have G. And something unique about this song that we haven't seen yet on this list is the strumming. So if you'll notice, we have this 3 pattern, right? You can strum up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, but this has to be in your hands. Right, and get that down first. Listen to the drummer. A minor. Oh, and this A minor we haven't talked about. I'm doing just 1st fret on B, 2nd fret on D. And it was like technically a minor 7, but I really dig it. It's really nice, easy. So you could go G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the subtlety, I think, is important. So my strumming hand. Like, don't feel you have to strum everything, right? Really find it's like bouncing a basketball. It's like walking. It's like clapping your hands. Like there's something that you kind of learn the nuance to it, right? And you learn that less is more. Less movement's more. And also having some dynamics there is really, really nice. So that's it. It says G. So there's 4 groups of each chord. So I'm thinking of that like 1, 2, see, yeah, 1, 2, 2, 1, I think, right? 4 beats each. Or you can think of it lots of ways, but that's how I'm kind of thinking about it. So, okay, I'm gonna go and leave it at that. I wanna split this up into a couple parts. So hopefully some of these tunes are new to you. I think I found something new for everyone. And there's lots of other examples out there. This is definitely not an exclusive list, but some songs people say are easy and they're actually not easy to play. And it's mainly due to the strumming and a lack of talking about the rhythm, I think. Like the chords are just a static part of information, but it's like talking about the words of a language versus speaking the language. And when you actually play the music, play with the thing, play with the audio, play with the others, watch them strum, really get into the rhythm. Make sure that the rhythm, you can approach the rhythm with some authenticity and you're kind of, you know, resonating with it physically. You can feel the beat and then get the chords in there, and it's a 1 progression song. All these have been. So you got a lot of practice built in, right? Playing a song a couple times a day can be a great way to stay on track with practicing and getting all those lessons that music gives you that I can't. A lot of them are kind of unable to even put it into words, right? So I'll leave you at that, and I'll be back with part 2 with a few more tunes. I've got 5 or 6 more for you. So thanks. See you next time.